Okay, so it's day two of my experiment in doing shooting a daily Salvia Divinorum meditation. It's in the morning, and I am not a morning person, but I kind of like forcing myself to meditate a bit and shoot a video with you, and it's a good way to start my day. Something that I was thinking about after yesterday, and it's been a weird thing for me lately, is that um, so much of my spiritual space and, quite frankly, my drug space, my psychedelic space, including salvia, lately has been all for, how do I put it? Like, I am not concentrating anymore on my own inner adventures or or healing or growth. The all of the momentum in my life, particularly my spiritual life, or I never know what do I call it, spiritual life or like a drug life. It's a little bit kind of both. Um, Although I do meditate without salvia or other substances. Anyway, so much of it is just about creating content and ministering to the people who pay attention to my content, or who I also coach on the side a bit, and do some other things directly with people. But it's so much about other people, and that so I was already after day one forgetting about taking care of myself, kind of, and creating my own space. So having a daily practice like this really does come down to taking care of yourself, even if taking care of yourself is partially related to interacting with other people. Anyway, I don't have a lot to say about that yet, but we'll see if I do in a few minutes. Okay, so if you're doing this with me, I just load a very, very tiny bowl of extract. I take one hit. Hey, it's the morning. You don't want to get too high, right? But yeah, anyway, we load one little tiny bowl of extract, and then we hold it in our lungs for a few seconds and go from there. Go internal. It's funny, the smell, the taste, of salvia is rather pungent, but it has. I've had so many pleasant or ultimately good, challenging but good experiences with Salvia Divinorum that I I smell it and I taste it, and I immediately have this rush of actually positive uh, associations. Oh, I can feel it like coursing through my arms. And it starts out as a head rushy kind of feeling. If you don't feel that at all by now, you should consider a second hit. It's always okay to do small hits and multiple small hits concurrently with salvia. That way you can tune your experience to exactly the level that you want. It's a huge mistake to believe that you're just going to dive in as deeply as you can. Salvia is just not friendly at that level. You want to ride a threshold of high but not too high. That's where the real potential is. It's where the threshold of reality, not reality completely falling apart. And from there, you can do this wonderful creative work, even just in a few minutes. It's like you can reconstruct reality. It's like Legos are, wait, reality is made of Legos, and it doesn't complete, it's not like grains of sand that just fall apart as it would be at a higher dose. They're just Legos that you take apart and then reassemble in a formation that suits your day. You want to be a little bit brighter, make it a little bit brighter. You want to insert a little bit of humor into your day, insert a little bit of humor into your day. Ha! Ooh, I don't usually do that, but it was sort of funny, at least distracting, right? We deal with so much stress, or at least I do. So many little fucking details to deal with in life. But we forget that ultimately we live in a pretty friendly place. And there's two concurrent realities that are both true. Or truths that are both true. One is that you really are small, and you really are just a tiny piece of this puzzle. You're one little tiny Lego piece with one little bump on it in a whole box full of thousands of Lego pieces. And if you try to pretend that you're over and above being integrated into a larger system, then you'll just suffer. You'll always be weaker than you want to be. On the other hand, on the deepest spiritual level, you're not just one Lego. You're at one with the spiritual, or I'll call it the conscious field, which is putting together the Lego set. The field in which reality manifests isn't a thing other than you. You're the table on which the Legos get built. You're the canvas on which reality gets painted. You're the screen on which the world, the world video manifests. Both the moments of smallness and the moments of bigness and the frustrations and the triumphs, all of them are happening as modulations of the field of awareness, which you actually are. And you know what's great about salvia, or what's great about just meditating a lot and studying philosophy, is that you can learn that, and then the wisdom of understanding on a deeper level who you actually are becomes part of the manifest picture that is the ego. I'm going to drink some coffee. I don't know if I ended up really talking about creating personal space. In a way, I sort of did, but you know, once the ritual, once I take the sacrament and I'm going, well, then it's just whatever comes out comes out. I kind of pre-plan what I do before the sacrament, and then after the sacrament is just whatever. All right, well, I think I've had a pretty good beginning of my day. I am going to push the red button. Ready? Nope, that's not it. Well, no. Oh, no, not over there. Oh, over there. Nope. Great.